am so excited to see you all today because I am here to talk about my latest project, all about my invention and Inventor's Planner and Journal. This is just a labor of love, and I'm so happy that it's been so well received, and I want to thank you all for your continued support. But I'm very proud of this book because it is the first of its kind. So my name is Andrea Evans. I own the law firm of Andrea Hens Evans, a full-service intellectual property law firm. This year marks 13 years of providing patent, trademark, and copyright legal services to clients worldwide, and I'm very proud of that. Before I launched my law firm, I worked at the USPTO as both a patent examiner and a trademark examining attorney. While I worked in the capacity of examining patents and examining trademarks, I heard a lot of heart-wrenching stories. People were investing their life savings in inventions only to find out that they were not able to get a patent. Or they were investing and launching businesses with an identical brand name that already exists. So they would form these businesses only to find that they would have to change the name or destroy all of the products that they made because they were infringing on someone else's invention or someone else's trademark for that matter. And so after hearing all those heart-wrenching stories and, I had to really help them to examine these applications to give them a sense of hope. I would go different places and I would be surrounded by different people who would ask for my contact information because they had some type of intellectual property. But at the time, I was still working at the Patent and Trademark Office, so it was a conflict. One of my mentors really encouraged me and said, listen, you are not using your gifts and talents. You're being put in these places. People are following up with you and asking you for help, and you aren't able to help them. And so literally 13 years ago, I stepped out on faith after having that conversation, and I launched my law firm. Now, one thing I love to do is talk. I love to talk. I was that talkative one in school. I was the one always asking questions growing up, but it's helped me today, to be the great lawyer that I am because I'm also a good listener. And so after speaking around the country, around the world, I should say, to groups of inventors, thousands of people in the audience who really wanted to learn more about intellectual property, and I recognized that they didn't have this knowledge and no one was talking about it. It made me realize that there was a void. So I started my firm thinking that I would work with mega corporations, Fortune 100 companies around the world. I didn't even think I needed an office because I thought I could just go to those corporation offices. And even my mentors encouraged me by saying, you don't want to work with everyday people. You want to work with corporations. But I'm telling you, it's been amazing because probably 90% of my clients are everyday people in their garages tinkering with inventions, people who have an idea, and they start off just like everyone else. Every large company started with one person having an idea and then one person investing in that idea. And so I ended up, launching this firm, and I've become the go-to person around the world for intellectual property matters, patents, trademarks, and copyrights. So if you have an invention, you would patent that invention. If you have a brand name, you would trademark that brand name. And if you have written works, you would copyright it. So simply put, you're going to patent the television, trademark the name of that television, Sony, and copyright written works like the instructions of how to use it. And so from being around other individuals who had the same questions, I speak at conferences and the line would be around the door, around the whole convention hall, and people would walk me to the bathroom because they had these questions. I said, there's a need for information and to get the information out. And I want to thank you all for supporting my 2 best-selling books, all about inventing and all about trademarks. All about inventing, everything you need to know about inventing from a former USPTO patent examiner and patent attorney, walks you through the patent process. So there's so many myths, there's so many misconceptions, there's so many scams, and this book walks you through what to expect when you have an idea and how to go from that idea to a real invention, what to expect when you file the application, And of course, we're standing by if you want to work with my law firm and you have an invention, and I'm happy to help you with that. Now, of course, that was my first book. My second book was all about trademarks, and this one is everything you need to know about trademarks from a former trademark examining attorney. So this walks you through how to create a strong trademark, what a strong trademark is, what to expect when you file it, when you can file it, because most people don't know that as soon as you intend to use that name, you can file a trademark application as an intent to use application. So it's something that I wanted to get out, and it's been so well received. I have 2 best-selling books, and I'm very proud of that. More information about those can be found at evansiplaw.com/books. But today what I'm smiling about, today what I'm so excited about sharing with you all is my latest project, all about my invention, an inventor's planner and journal, and it's a quarterly journal. And so what I recognize is that when inventors contact my law firm, they're all over the place, and it's no fault of theirs, but it's just everyday life. Like, no one could have predicted this pandemic would come and allow us to have to work from home, or allow many of us to be unemployed, many of us to have to pivot to launch those businesses that we've dreamed of. And so what I did was I started thinking about journaling myself, right? And just keeping track of what was going on and what I'm doing every day and making lists. And sure, I have all types of software that I can type things up and, take notes and everything. But it's nothing like a piece of paper, right? And an ink pen. So if you know what I'm saying, give me some comments to let me know you know what I'm saying. But I created this journal. And so I'm really, really proud of it. And I wanted to kind of give you a sneak peek of what to expect when you order it. And I think it's great and a perfect time now, because we've been getting a lot of calls from different inventors who need to document, for example, when they completed a task. They want to talk about who they talked to. Maybe they want to just share their thoughts and ideas. So this book is 8.5 by 11. It's 251 pages, so it's, good and sturdy. This is the front, and this is the back of the book. And let's take a look inside. So when you open the book, it's going to allow you to put the year, October to December. You put in which year, so we'll say 2020 for now. And I put in a lot of valuable information as a bonus. So first, you have that big idea, right? And all about my invention starts by asking you to describe what your invention is, what problems does your invention solve, who are your competitors, and what are some things you need to do. Then I give you some bonus of, is your invention patentable? You have to ask yourself these questions. And then I go through and explain the answers to those questions. Okay, but then if you know anything about me and intellectual property, I'm always pushing research. Research is the most important part of having intellectual property. So when you have something you want to do your own research, then you want to hire an attorney like myself to research to see if something exists. So I see you all watching. Give me some comments and questions if you have any. Post them. I'm looking at the comments. But I talk about prior art. And so prior art is research. It's anything prior to you inventing your invention. And so because you have to have something that's novel, that's straightforward to the average person, because if something is identical, then we know it's not patentable. So we know to move on. But the obvious standard, the question is, would it be obvious to take what's out there and combine it to make your invention? And so you really do need an attorney to walk you through that process. So I put a spot in here for you all to take some notes. What type of prior art did you find, so that when you're ready to sit down with an attorney, you already have it all in one spot? It talks about patents of interest, publications of interest, websites, miscellaneous information. Then I put in a checklist. So this is going to be really, really important. Page 12, a checklist of helping you to organize the details of your invention. Do you have the title? Do you have the field? Then I even put in space for you to write it. So this is all in the book, you know, and it leaves space for you to do it. But then we get to October. Okay, so the first about 20 pages of the book are really just a snapshot of your invention and the research that you found. But then you come to October, and of course you can write in the dates and what you're doing every day and see kind of the big picture. And I like that because that's how I operate. I like to see what I'm doing every day, and I like to see it mapped out for the entire month. And then it's good to document because it helps you to see what you've done and what you've accomplished and what's important. And then every day you can go in and write about what your invention is, some notes, you have space to draw it, what you accomplished, your goals, what you need to do, and you do that every day. And then at the end of every week, you will circle what you want to talk about, and that could be solutions, investors, and that could be questions. Okay, Des, thank you so much. Yes, I am very proud that this is an amazing resource for inventors because everyone needs to have everything in one place. I can't tell you, I have lots of consultations with inventors that can't remember the date they spoke to someone, or they can't remember who they talked to. And Laura, that's a great question. The book is broken up into quarters because being an inventor can be overwhelming, number one. But I wanted to break it down into small quarters so that you can see what you're doing in that quarter and see what you've accomplished. And when you're inventing things, honestly, in my experience, it takes almost a good 3 months to really do all the work in advance of what the invention is, what questions are answered, because what I'm finding is that if you wait too long and you sit on an idea, it's more likely that someone else will file it. So what the standard is for inventing, and is if you have a patent application, is it is the first to file a patent application and not the first to invent. So I don't want to see you dragging on for an entire year thinking about what your invention is, but I do want to keep it in small doses, right? You know, small amounts so that you don't feel too overwhelmed. And then also because I wanted to make sure that you could document the month in a snapshot, but the days were important. So for 1 quarter, by the time I outlined everything that needed to be put in this book, it's 251 pages. So it's pretty heavy. So if this was a yearbook, it would be overwhelming for me to send you a 1,000+ page journal. And so far the feedback has been very positive with it being broken down in quarters. So check it out. You guys can order your copy at evansiplaw.com/books. But no one has anything like this. And that is why I created it, because plenty of people were calling me, and I started researching journals for inventors. And what I would find would just be a lovely cover, but when you open it up, it's just blank lines. So to me, that's just a notebook where you're just taking notes. On the flip side, I would need to get information. When is the first date that you talk to someone? Because here's another tip about being an inventor, is once you make a public disclosure about your invention, you only have 1 year to file a patent application, or it's considered given away to the public. So that's the other thing. Having a consultation with an attorney like myself doesn't start that clock. But when you go talk to Bob the builder and say, hey, I want to make this invention, or Jane the advertiser at a certain company, the clock starts and you only have 1 year. So honestly, I want to make sure that if you come to my law firm and it's February, that you don't feel like it's too late to buy one of these journals. So we broke it down in quarters so that any time of the year when you reach out to my law firm, it's going to be a journal for you. So this is the first one, October through December. The other ones will be available on my firm site in the next 2 to 3 weeks. But I'm pushing October through December because God knows life is unpredictable. You know, we see that every day as we turn on the news, as we see Chadwick Boseman, only 43 years old, has passed. And you just never know what people are dealing with and what help people can get. Or what help they need, you know, because people are so strong, right? It's like that duck, right? On the top, they just look like they're smooth sailing, but underwater, they're paddling away and working hard to move from point A to Z. And so I just wanted to create this book as a resource for inventors. So you're going to, every week, journal about what happened that week. You can also fill in the blank of, whatever topic you want to talk about that week. And it's important because if you are an inventor, you know why this is important, because everything is all over the place and you need one book to carry around, one book to have, and it's small enough to fit in that laptop bag, but light enough that it's not going to break your back, as you're carrying it, but it's not overwhelming. And so you're going to go through every month, and it's broken down into 3 months, so a quarter at a time. November's my personal favorite month, Thanksgiving, but also my birthday month. And then December. So yeah, these are amazing, and I'm just very proud of it. So I wanted to come on and answer any questions that you may have about this, all about my invention and Inventor's Planner and Journal. And I want to encourage you all to purchase your copy at evansiplaw.com/books. Let me show you something. So what I'm doing also is I have an incentive. So for the first 50 people to order this October book, what I did, so how many of you journal? Like, how many of you really are like journal fanatics? Like, you actually buy journals every year for the year or for the quarter? Let me know. So if you journal, then you know the importance of stickers, okay? So look at these stickers that I designed. Okay, so as you are journaling in the book, you can put your important sticker up. I love it. Big idea. Who you spoke to. My federal trademark is invest in your idea. So I had that done. So what do you all think about the stickers? Thank you so much for sharing the link to purchase the book, Dr. Haynes. I appreciate it. And yeah, so the first 50 people to order all about my invention, I'm going to throw in these journal stickers too. So then what you can do is take some notes. Let's say you have an important date. You can take this important sticker. I don't know. I just like stickers. And I think that it's going to add some color to the book to make it pop. Because this book was originally, every page was in color. But I figured that it would be better to make it black and white and not, charge an arm and a leg for this. So far, the inventors that have looked at this book love it. And you all know that I'm on different boards and I work with so many inventors. And I'm just a good listener. It just goes back to what people need. And it's going to make my life a lot easier as the patent attorney for these inventors. And it's going to make their lives a lot easier because they're organized. But then when they come and they're ready for a consultation, they're going to already be able to say, okay, on page 12, I documented this. Thank you, Des. I am so proud of this. Hey, I got dressed up today because my copy arrived in the mail yesterday. And I just could not wait to come on live and tell you all about it, answer any questions that you all have. And please share this with every inventor that you know. They're going to thank you for it. And in advance, I want to thank you for it because everybody that has seen this book or that understands the concept of this book. And, I am an IP attorney, and I know that there is nothing like this. So you heard it here first. If you start seeing people have planners and journals for inventors, you know where they got the idea from. But of course, this is copyrighted, and this is a journal. So this is a journal and a planner, but I am here in my office with my other 2 books. And so now this year, 2020, I'm going to have 4 new books because it'll be for every quarter. And then my two best-selling books that I can't leave out, all about trademark, all about inventing, everything you need to know about patents from a former U.S. patent examiner and patent attorney, and then all about trademarks. These are favorites. So a lot of attorneys buy these books. A lot of children buy these books, and I'm very proud that I have the gift of being able to explain complex things in a simplistic way. And so that is my personal mission, that when you have an idea, when you have a brand, when you are a brand, when you're an author, that you are protecting this stuff. We have no excuse. If you all are following me on social media at Evans IP Law everywhere, if you are following my Facebook group, all about patents, trademarks, and copyrights, then you know every day we talk about some celebrity or someone that we know that signed their name away, signed the rights in their music away, gave away a book, or gave it, just giving it away. So you all know me here. This is my personal Facebook page, so everyone here should know me. So if you have any idea, if you have any type of intellectual property, and guess what? We all have some type of intellectual property. Everyone has something. If you're an inventor, you have possibly a patent, that you can protect. You need to patent that. If you have launched a business, maybe you don't have something that can be patented, but you have a brand, right? So if I show you a pair of Nike shoes and I show you a pair of Bobo shoes and they look just the same, you're going to probably go with Nike because of the brand. So brands are important. And last but not least, the notes that you're taking today, your blogs, your website content, all of that can be protected with copyright. So if you're feeling inspired, hey, maybe you don't need these books because you all know me already and you just don't want to read these, that's fine. Let's schedule a consultation. You can go to evansiplaw.com and my team is standing by to chat with you 24/7. They'll collect your information. We'll email you a link to schedule. And hey, what you don't know, but I can't imagine so many people schedule consultations. They have amazing ideas and it's just good to know. So part of it is expect that we're going to do some research first. So no patent attorney can hear you out and listen to what your invention is and tell you that it's patentable without doing research. So I want to empower you all, as my Facebook friends, to get these books. Today, All About My Invention is on sale at evansiplaw.com/book. The link is there. Please purchase it. First 50 will get these cool journaling stickers. And thank you so much, Dan. Thank you, Des. Thank you all for watching. Do you all have any questions for me about any of these books, about patents, trademarks, or copyrights? Because if you don't, I hope that you all have an amazing day. Please share this interview with your friends and family. Because what I found about inventors, they are very special people to be able to look at something and solve a problem. But it takes a very special person to act on those ideas. You'd be surprised that if you share this, so many of your friends will thank you because they have an idea. And guess what? We've been trained to not to talk about it. And so you're not going to even know that they're inventors because it's not something that they share, because they don't want you to ask about their invention, because they don't know who they can talk to about their invention. And then those are the people that we depend on, especially now during pandemics. We've helped to patent so many different inventions related to preventing COVID-19, to keeping your hands clean. You name it, we can help you at Evans IP Law. So thank you all so much for your time today. I'm going to let you all enjoy your weekend, and I will be celebrating by filling this out myself. I'm going to use this myself to keep up with what I'm doing. So I'm set for October through December. How about you? Get your copy. Let me know that you got it. And when you get it, let me know what you think about it. And let me know how much it's going to help you, like everyone is saying that it has been so far. So we tested it out. If you aren't ready to buy this one, stand by for Christmas gifts. It's going to be great because, like I said, it takes a village. It takes a community to support inventors and to support entrepreneurs. We need all the help we can get, so I'm happy that these books can help you. So all about inventing, everything you need to know about patents from a former patent examiner and patent attorney, all about trademarks, everything you need to know about trademarks from a former USPTO trademark examining attorney. And my new baby, isn't it beautiful? Cue the music. I'm just kidding. All about my invention and inventor's planner and journal, October through December, by yours truly. So check it out. Thank you all for watching. If you watch this on the replay, let me know that you watched. If you have any questions, let me know. But thank you for all of your support of Evans IP Law. Every day we get a referral from at least 2 to 3 Facebook friends. So I appreciate you all so very much, and I thank so many of you for working with my law firm, working with me, allowing me to be an extension of your team and your dreams, and it means a lot. And just thank you from the bottom of my heart in advance for your support of my new book. Have a great day, and thank you so much.